Is Gunther one of the best wrestlers in WWE?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Should Damage Control reform? Yeah, in my opinion, I would say so. I don't think Damage Control as a group is more so what I want to see, rather than just see them as the idea Damage Control. They represented a fresh start in the women's division. When they arrived in SummerSlam 2022, we saw 3 women debut as a group and shift everything at that time. I get you break up groups once they become bigger stars, which has happened, especially for Io Sky. Dakota Kai to a lesser extent, but still happening, right? In reality, I think if your cards are played right with Kairi, Io, Dakota, Bayley, and Asuka, we could have a Hall of Fame group. So should Damage Control reform? I would say so, and soon. Jey Uso needs to cash in on his hype now. Jey's WrestleMania main event is in jeopardy now that we have officially confirmed that CM Punk, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins will be having a match at WrestleMania. This match will main event night 1. This means that the Royal Rumble winner very well might not get to main event. I'm understanding that Jey may be feeling a lot of pressure from that botched dive to the failed segments with Gunther. This rivalry needs to spice up, and we will be covering that very soon. However, it needs to spice up because the main event of WrestleMania belongs to the Royal Rumble winner. Because if we change this rule, that means that Cody shouldn't have main evented last year either, because The Rock and Roman were more hype. Fair is fair.
Why won't AJ Styles ever get pushed? AJ. He seems to be one of the greatest wrestlers of all time. But that doesn't stop him from coming up short when it comes to storylines in WWE. It just seems that Triple H has no interest in pushing him. But why is that? Well, honestly, it's because of AJ. AJ Styles' career these past few years has been a plague of injuries, miscommunication, and mismanagement. 1 second he's in the world title picture, the next he's nowhere to be seen. The next he's reforming the OC, and then they're nowhere to be seen, and then released. The next he begins a program with Intercontinental Champion Braun Breaker and Penta. I mean, it's hard for a company to put faith in you when the day you return, you get injured again. So why won't AJ Styles get pushed by Triple H? Well, the injuries. Hopefully the Phenomenal One can still get a fantastic run before he retires, though.
Has Cody Rhodes been a lackluster champion?
You serious?
I swear, I don't know what y'all be talking about sometimes. The answer is hell no. This is one of the best world title runs we've had in a long time, and I'm not about to entertain this foolishness with y'all today. Subscribe to DBW.
Bro, I said what I said, bro. Bro, no, I'm not doing this again today. Bro, every time I hop on here, they want to talk about somebody ain't going.
Is John Cena a babyface or a heel? Well, neither. He's human. For over 20 years, John Cena has been the hero to a lot of people. Children, fans, everyone really. But now it seems like he just wants to forget about all that. We expected too much from him, and he's retaliating. But it's not our fault, right? He can't be correct, right? Well, let's think about that. When John Cena failed, we cheered. When he lost, we cheered. When he won, we laughed at him. And it turned into him selling his soul to The Rock just to get back at us. So is John Cena a babyface or a heel? Honestly, he's neither. He's the man that we turned him into. Is Rhea Ripley overrated? After her strange segment on Raw where she added her name to a legal document for a title match at WrestleMania, it really made me wonder if Rhea's presentation was a little all over the place. Let me explain. Even in the early NXT days, anyone could see that Rhea Ripley had a bright future ahead of her in WWE. But while she was strong, she was quick and calculated as well, and that made her matches just a joy to watch. But it seems like over time, she's lost this step. And this isn't a dig at her. I know how difficult it is to perform at peak level like that all the time. However, it seems she's just become the strong lady. A lot of power moves, but not a lot of variety. It was a little bit easier to mask when she was with the Judgment Day because they all were fantastic performers and wrestlers. So is she overrated? I don't know, but I would love to get excited for a Rhea Ripley match again. It's been a while. CM Punk's return saved WWE. Now don't get me wrong, WWE has been on fire. But SummerSlam 2023 marked a benchmark for a turning point in WWE. Suddenly, interest in the brand was skyrocketed. Trust me, 14 million views is no small number. The storytelling since CM Punk's return has been personal, brutal, and immaculate. From the rivalry with Seth Rollins leading back to his return, and beyond that, the blood feud with Drew McIntyre, CM Punk has shown the WWE that the audience wants real people, not characters. Which is why WWE's opted to take the freaking out of Seth freaking Rollins' name officially. Let's get personal.
How is Tiffany Stratton so on fire? We all know that Tiffany Stratton is one of the most gifted women on the main roster right now. From her look and appeal, from her in-ring ability, Tiffany is the real deal and the full package. However, fans are becoming cautious of this since her burial, let's put it that way, against Charlotte Flair on the mic. Now, Tiffy is good, but Charlotte is Charlotte. So I never thought Tiffy would beat her during this back and forth. So it's really interesting to me to see that the narrative has really shifted. So since people use the word burial, I use the word burial, but I don't really believe it is that. I think a champion is only as good as the way they tell their story. And Tiffany has a lot to learn. Remember when John Cena buried Roman Reigns? He needed that moment to really grasp his character. Why is Tiffany Stratton on fire? Because she can do a little bit of everything and more. But she's gonna need some more work on that promo, for sure. All right, guys, it's time that we have the conversation about the denial of Jey Uso. We've just confirmed that Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk will main event WrestleMania Night 1. I've been saying this since we got the announcement. I've been saying this since Roman's return on Raw at the Steel Cage. This was always going to happen. But there are still people in denial in regards to Jey. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, and I hate to say the thing that everyone needs to hear, but allow me to say it. Jey Uso is just not ready to main event. Yes, he's been here almost 2 decades, but not on his own. And me personally, I would love to see Jey improve and get better and show us why we're wrong, but it's just not now. But Jey, if you're listening to this, don't give up. Work harder, grind, you will make it. We at DBW will support you.